An investigation is underway for an incident that occurred last Friday involving a suspicious vehicle and a student walking to class. LUPD is actively working to find out answers.
We're still active like we've always been. Well, we haven't put on any more patrols than we normally do. We have directed more patrols to work traffic, to look for a white vehicle that matches the description that was given to us.
One former student feels like situations like this would be terrifying for anyone to experience.
Yeah, I think it represents a potentially dangerous situation. Like, I would be very uncomfortable if someone in a vehicle approached me and was telling me things that weren't true.
After talking with many of the students here on campus, a lot of them were not even aware of the issue that took place. In fact, a lot of them didn't even get the announcements that went out over the campus alert system. Lamar PD, though, has several different things that people can do if they're ever put in a situation.
If it's not someone that you know or somebody that is suspicious to you, simply walk away. If they start to, pursue you, then I would start yelling at them. When you're doing two things for yourself, you're presenting yourself as somebody who may be able to fight back, and you're also bringing the attention to others to be able to identify these people.
Michael Horton, LUTV News, Lamar. The town of Deweyville, Texas has seen record-breaking flooding in recent years, and according to many of the locals, the Sabine River Authority and Kansas City Railroad are to blame.
Part of it was nature, all right, but I think part of it is the building stuff, the raising the railroad up, because after 53, when they redone it, they raised the railroad up. So that told another down line.
The town of Deweyville is no stranger to flooding. In fact, this is something that happens out here quite often. The problem is, though, is that the last couple of years, this has become a reoccurring theme for many of the residents, and most of them are not really sure why this is happening. There are many thoughts on whether or not it's the SRA or some other government entity that's causing it, but a lot of it might actually have a scientific background.
We have a very profound impact on what's going on. So the more that we increase the temperatures of the water, the more that we pollute the air, the more we're going to see bigger storms. We've just seen some of the biggest we've ever seen, more intense, more powerful, stronger winds. Just nightmarish storms, and they're going to happen more frequently.
The catastrophic flooding of the last few years has brought about more questions than answers, but hopefully the residents will be able to one day return to a normal life. In Deweyville, Michael Horton, LUTV News. Since Columbine in 1999, mass shootings have become a sad reality in America. After the recent school shooting at Parkland, debate has been sparked on if teachers should be allowed to carry guns on campus.
Schools are supposed to be a very safe place for students to go and learn. And I don't know, with weapons on the hips of every teacher in the school,
post-Columbine,
that's just not a safe place. The students don't feel safe. Me as a teacher, I wouldn't feel safe. And then I'm very worried about the abuse of power by adults who carry weapons.
Other teachers have a different response to having weapons on campus.
Another option is to have certain members of the faculty who are trained and can carry concealed weapons, or even to have them in a lockbox on campus somewhere where somebody has access to them.
Some parents are also in agreement with letting teachers carry on campus, as long as the teachers maintain the proper checks and balances.
I think depending on the school, I think it's a great idea. Whether or not the school, like a university or college, or a public school system and a school district would offer any training for the teachers, would maybe be a selling point for some teachers to go, educate there.
At least 172 school districts in the state of Texas have already passed policies allowing some members of the faculty or staff to carry weapons on campus. Michael Horton, LUTV News, Beaumont. Many people often dream of playing college football. Jalen Bowden is part of a special group of elite players that get to bring that dream to the next level.
Lamar definitely just helped me, play at the next level because I wasn't supposed to go D1. It was a lot of, because I went to junior college and I wasn't supposed to make it.
Jalen has had many people help him throughout his career, but he says his coaches are the ones that have helped him the most to drive to this next level.
I already had a good work ethic and they used it, to help me understand the defense and helping other guys get better.
Jalen will be participating in the NFL Pro Day for a chance to make an NFL training camp and possibly an NFL roster.
Lifting, a lot of running, just trying to stay in shape, a lot of drills that I would see on that day so I could get the repetitions in so on that day I could perform to the best of my abilities.
Although nothing is concrete that Jalen will make it to the NFL, he is glad that Lamar gave him an opportunity to play an additional few years in college. Michael Horton, OUTV News, Beaumont.